Hey folks, so in this video going to update the BIOS on the Asus Prime H810m-A Wi-Fi CSM motherboard. So what we need to do is get to this point. Let me just show you. You're going to search for this. Make sure if you have the Wi-Fi version that you do put Wi-Fi in here. And then you're going to click here. And don't click on this support. I actually was doing this video originally. This is a retake and accidentally started there. They've changed this layout a little bit, but you want this support here. And that brings you to this page, okay? So let's click on CPU memory support first. You see, no matter what CPU, it's good with all the BIOS, right? That doesn't mean that it's going to function that great, hence why we're in here looking for an updated BIOS. Click on drivers and tools. You should have most of this stuff installed. Some of your problems might be related to that. If you're having problems, click on BIOS and firmware. Now, there are a bunch of BIOS on here. For this example, and just so I can refilm this if I need to, let's say I screwed up somewhere, I'm going to pick an earlier version, okay? You are going to pick the newest version, all right? So I'm going to start with 802 here. Download this. And you will see later on that there's a file right next to it on my computer. Yeah, here's a newer one. So after I do this, I'm going to update to a higher one if this is successful. But interesting enough, there is a note in when you go to update to use the zip file. I'm used to basically, extracting all and going that route. Okay, so I'm gonna go in there with both of these, and then of course also BIOS renamer usually is something I've had to do. So I'm honestly going to do, this is going to confuse you guys potentially, but I'm going to copy this and then we're just going to do this, okay? I'll make sure you guys have the right method. Now, this one I am going to go in. I'm going to click the BIOS renamer. Press any key. So you see the file's been renamed to that. To use BIOS flashback, copy the root of your flash drive. Now, I'm going to go walk to the front of this motherboard. I don't remember it having a BIOS flashback button. If it does, then yeah, I see no BIOS flashback on here, folks. So that is odd that they have that. Okay, so the renaming is for BIOS flashback. If you happen to have it, mine does not appear to have it. All right, so I'm going to take these 3 folders and pray to God one of them works, and copy this to my drive. All right, now your thumb drive, folks, should be formatted to FAT32, and how you check that is right mouse click. It might have to wait till the files get done copying up. And then properties. Properties. Eventually it's going to come up, hopefully. There you go. FAT32, right? Let's go back to this. So this is going to take a little while. And I'll just sit here and wait for it patiently. 39%. $53%. We're getting there. Nope. Are you sure you want to copy this file without its properties? Yes. Okay, now let's reboot. So you can either hit restart, hold F2, or jam on it like I'm doing. If you want to annoy people around you, hit it a bunch of times. Otherwise, hold it in. There we are. All right. So you want to go to advanced mode and then tool, Asus Easy Flash for utility. And then, so we have these 3 folders, right? Let's see which one will find the file. If we click on the unzip folder, no file there. That's weird. We click on rename, no file there. We click on zip, there it is. Please back up your BitLocker recovery key and suspend BitLocker encryption. All right, so why did I do that? Because this is so different to me. I wanted you guys to see it. All right, I'm clicking yes. Do you want to read this file? Yes. Now, make sure, folks, the weather isn't bad out there when you're doing this. There's our BIOS version file, so it did find it. As I said, you can brick your motherboard, right? So you want to make sure the weather's good, that you're not going to lose power. If you have a UPS or uninterruptible power supply, maybe use that. Make sure it's got some juice on it, and then proceed. So I'm going to click yes. You know, I was thinking Asus has at least saved us one step by not having to unzip your BIOS file. They've saved you a step. Other than that, it just seems really weird that they're doing this, do it this way now. Well, this could take a while, folks. You know, if you have an electric guitar or something, you could jam on that. Whatever you do, don't touch your keyboard. Don't screw with it. If you're in a metallic or something, it's a good chance to get some practice in. I'm not going to turn my amp on because I don't want to piss anybody off, but you know, it's always a good time to practice. All right, it's almost done. So hopefully this will solve my problem with Fortnite. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what we're going to do, folks. Either the motherboard is not a good motherboard, or the CPU's got problems. I happen to think this probably will fix my problem. If we're lucky. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are also experiencing problems, hence why you wanted to update your BIOS. Update successfully. Will be reset. That is awesome. All right, we can put the guitar down now, folks. Practice is over. I obviously need a lot if you've seen me play. All right. So it's going to reboot a couple times. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Hopefully, there's been times I've used a screen recorder and not seen anything. Okay, BIOS is updating LED firmware. Do not shut down and reset the system. Prevent system boot up failure. So, you know why? Some of you might go, "Oh gosh, this BIOS update video could have been a 5-minute video." Well, the reason it's not, folks, is because one, you watch the whole video, you realize all the crap that you could screw up, right? Number one, some of these points you might go, "Oh, it's good to go," and then you restart it and it's not done doing the BIOS update. Next thing you know, your computer's screwed up. So it's always best to wait, and then you're going to see this screen. Let's go ahead and enter BIOS so we can see our updated BIOS. And once that's done, now when you update a BIOS, folks, sometimes, pretty much all the time, XMP is reset. All right, so let's check though. Over here, BIOS version 802. We're making progress. And then advanced mode. And we come in here. Sorry, maybe I do want to go back to easy mode. I'm so used to Gigabyte motherboards. XMP disabled, so I want to re-enable that, all right? And we're good there. And now we can save and exit. Also, the other thing that might change if you have multiple drives, that might update as well. So, but I am good to go, folks. Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.